Steve, welcome on Steiner Sports.
Thanks, Steve. Great to be here. My first visit to the Cathedral of Sports Collectibles here. You guys do a fabulous job.
Well, thank you so much, and obviously up on the East Coast up here, but great to have a West Coast player.
We just came from 88 degrees in Palm Desert. Sorry about that.
And we've had 14 snowstorms.
That's right.
But we're signing a bunch of really great baseballs, and you think of Steve Garvey, you think of baseball, and you think of Dodgers, and one of the things that just amazed me is the National League record for consecutive games. 1,207, and you think of Cal on the American League side and how long that was. How do you get up and play in 1,200 straight games?
Well, it's about passion, it's about commitment, about wanting to set your goal every year, playing every inning of every game, and training for it. And then it's in God's hands. Once the season starts, you could pull a hamstring or get hit in the head, or get a concussion, or do this or do that. But I always trained hard, and I played hard. And I think that's the big key to it. You got to play hard. If you're defensive and I'll go in this way or that way, you're susceptible to injury. But I think Cal and I and guys like Billy Williams, who had the National League record before me, played that long and played every day because we just loved it, and we didn't want to get out of the lineup. And through early season snowstorms or rain or sleet or hot days at Shea Stadium, we love going out there.
Awesome. Also, baseball, ever so popular. I'm sure a little bit different in little ways to from when you played throughout the 80s. What are a couple of differences? What are you keeping an eye on today, and what's a little bit different than?
Well, we love baseball because of the game, because of the dimensions, because of the pace of it. There's no clock. It's 27 outs and one more run or a few extra innings. You can see the ball, you can follow it. You're not trying to hide the ball. There aren't 7-foot guys. A 5'6" guy can be a star. But it's a marathon of a season, 162 games, day after day, and the team that wins usually is the one that plays the most consistent. So I watch for that. I watch for the guys that are consistent. I also am concerned about wanting to change the game. There are more and more movements now about you can't hit the catcher. We don't want anybody to hit the catcher, or this or that. And once you start to deviate from the fundamentals of the game, I think you're going to start to take that great fan base and make them question what they're watching nowadays. So we got to be very careful.
Up in New York, it would be hard to ignore the fact that this is Derek's last season, and just Derek Jeter, just unbelievable Yankee, and seeing Mo's farewell last year, and all the guys from the core four that were homegrown.
Sure.
What are your thoughts? And have you watched Jeter from a distance? And
Well, I have, and a great testimony to the Yankees to keep this core of guys for so long, and to be true Yankees, to have started and now finished. There's an old saying, he was good for so long, he became great, and I think that typifies Derek Jeter. We've talked from time to time. I've talked to him about what he's contributed to the game and to the fans and the people who may have been marginal fans who fell in love with the game because of him. And I think it's going to be a wonderful final year. It's going to be distracting, but he's the one guy I think that keeps himself focused between the lines and helped this team win. So, and I think he played to honor the game. And I think that's the ultimate compliment I can give him. He loves the game, he honors the game, and he'll be a great spokesman for it when he retires.
That's great, and we've spent a lot of time here today with signing all these different great inscription balls, but just going over the amount of charities, and that's really a pleasure that we have at Steiner Sports. And Derek Jeter with the Turn 2 Foundation, and yesterday we were at Mariano's church that he just created, which was so unbelievable. And I mean, your list of charitable endeavors almost equals all the things that you did on the field, and like why, and what do you have going on right now that people may want to know about?
Well, we tell the kids you don't get it. Well, for those of us who are blessed to be able to play sports at the highest level, at some point we get it. We realize how blessed we are, and that part of this life we live, and the notoriety is the ability to give back by using our name and our history and our past. And for me, it's just that. When I go to church and say my prayers, I ask God, give me the chance to make a difference, and I can make a difference by my name and people recognizing me. And whether it's a disease-related charity, whether it's an educational institution, or just helping those in need. That's part of our life and part of giving back.
That's awesome, and we also know that you do a lot of motivational speaking, and we hope to have you here up at Steiner Sports in the near future to talk to our team, and we really look forward and we really enjoy the relationship with you.
Absolutely looking forward to it, and might even convert a few Yankee fans to being Dodger or Padre fans, right?
Great. Okay.
He's not going for that. Thanks, Steve. Wonderful.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.